Come in, sir.
Please come in.
Good morning, sirs.
Suvangi, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So you're from Odisha,
Yes, sir.
from Bhadrak.
Yes, sir.
What is special about Bhadrak?
Sir, one is Ma Bhadrakali temple, and which is the name Bhadrak is also derived from the goddess's name. And sir, the Bhadrak has the major crops that are grown in Bhadrak are, sir, paddy, wheat, and moong bean. Recently, sunflower.
Paddy is grown all over Odisha, no?
Yes, paddy is grown, is a major crop mostly in North India also, sir, the entire.
Okay.
And sir, recently sunflower is also being practiced, grown in Dhamnagar and Chandbali areas, sir. So these are, and it's a coastal district, sir, it's a developed district.
You tell me, why do you want to make a foray into civil services? You're very bright. I think I was reading your academic this career. You think you scored very well in your agriculture. I think you studied from where? Which place?
Angrao University, Andhra Pradesh.
Telangana?
Right now it's in Andhra Pradesh. It was divided.
Divided.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll ask you something about Odisha because, you belong to the place. Now, tell me, there was a very great devotee of Lord Jagannath.
Sri Chaitanya, sir.
No. I'm talking, he belonged to the Muslim community. Greatest devotee, and his idol is there, very much there at the entrance of the temple.
Yes,
Puri
sir.
temple, Jagannath temple.
Yes, sir. It's there in Bhakta Salabela.
Salabeg.
Salabeg, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
He used to write bhajans,
Bhajans, yes, sir.
on Lord Jagannath.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so we'll come to another area of Odisha. Why, the western part, the southern part, why they are not so developed in Odisha?
Sir, one of the major reasons for less development in these areas are, sir, poverty. There is a lot of, we are a mineral rich state, but because of the Dutch disease, we are not being able to fare well. And sir, mostly the attention is of the government mostly remains on the already developed districts, which are the coastal districts. So sir, the regional disparity is very huge with respect to Kandam. And sir, mostly and in these areas, in western districts and southern districts, there is more tribal people reside in those areas. It has been difficult to reach the tribal people with various welfare initiatives also, sir. So that is the reason, sir, it's less developed.
Okay. Coming to your subject, agriculture,
Yes, sir.
I'm not an expert, you know better. But tell me a little about drip irrigation.
So drip irrigation is an advanced technology in agriculture through which an extensive system of pipes is laid down on the agricultural field, and each crop or each plant, a tap is attached to near the root of each plant, through which water is provided to the root zone of the plant through drops. This is an advanced method to save water, sir, water conservation methods. It is mostly used for high value crops like fruit crops and vegetable crops. Sir, and government provides 90% subsidy to those farmers who avail drip irrigation techniques, sir.
Are we following drip irrigation in Odisha?
Sir, it is not widely followed in Odisha because because maybe it is it is on the expensive side, sir, and also
Which country gives this technology?
So Israel uses drip irrigation on a very wide scale, sir.
So we haven't got their technology in Odisha, no?
So no, it's not very wide, sir, but the large farmers or medium-sized farmers who own a land, who has a land holding of more than 2 hectares and grow high-value crops or grow vegetables and fruits, they do use, but it's not very widespread use, sir.
Okay. You are not, your preference for Indian Foreign Service, I think on the 6th or 7th? What?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to join Indian Foreign Service?
Sir, I want to stay in India, sir.
Okay. You have some family
Yes, there's a lot to do in India also, sir. I mean, we are obviously working for India in Indian Foreign Service also, but sir, I would love to stay in India.
Stay in India and work
yes,
here.
Sir,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Now, coming to the international arena, briefly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is your perspective on G20?
Perspective on which respect?
G20.
No, sir, on
like, what are your thoughts now? What are you going to achieve by holding the summit here?
Sir, this year India has been declared as the president of G20.
Yes.
And sir, it is, I think, right now it is a very good time for India to hold the presidency when India is emerging as a power in Southeast Asia, in South Asia, sir. So various opportunities come along with G20 presidency. One of them being, sir, India being a peace-loving country, we can promote peace in today's world where there is a war happening between Russia and Ukraine. Sir, with also.
But we have not taken a stand on that, no?
So we have our stand, sir. We do promote dialogue and diplomacy, and we do not promote violence at all. This is not an era of war, as said by our Prime Minister. But sir, we have definitely abstained from all the resolutions in UN. Sir, and another opportunity that we get is with respect to climate change, sir. We are leading, we're global leaders with respect to solar energy promotion, and sir, I think we can do a lot better with respect to climate finances, nudging the developed countries to provide climate finances to developing countries. And sir, with respect to terrorism also, G20 presidency can be used to highlight. Sir, we want to bring this comprehensive convention of international terrorism, which is not being fulfilled right now, sir, but we can work towards that. So those are the opportunities, sir.
Okay. Tell me, where do we stand in the race for getting a permanent seat in the UN Security Council?
Sir, we do want a seat in the UN Security Council because the time when the 5 permanent members were selected in the UN Security Council, the time has changed drastically, sir. There are no, now we live in a multipolar world where multilateralism is being promoted more, sir, and India has been emerging as a voice for the global South.
Why do you say multipolar now?
Sir, earlier it was only United States of America after the Cold War.
So who has emerged now as the second or third power?
So now, sir, China is also emerging. Russia is trying to show its military power that it's still in the game. And sir, with respect to global South, sir, I believe India is also doing. ASEAN countries are also doing well. India is also emerging as a very important country. Both West and Eastern world do not want to let go of India with respect to security, also with respect to balancing China. So India is emerging as an important pole, sir, also, I believe.
You mentioned ASEAN
yes,
a little
sir.
while ago. Now, what is our relationship with them in ASEAN and India?
Sir, we share a good relationship with ASEAN. Though we have a trade deficit with in terms of economy.
Bound to be there because there's a host
yes,
of
sir.
countries. Yes.
So we have a trade deficit with respect to ASEAN, but with respect to people connect and cultural and soft power. So we have good relations with majority of the ASEAN countries. With respect to security also, sir, we are working on Operation Sunrise with Myanmar to control insurgency in the northeast. Sir,
my last question, I'll just,
yes,
you mentioned Myanmar.
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of regime we have now there?
So we have a military regime in Myanmar now, which has been condemned by a lot of countries in the world, sir.
What is our stand? Have you condemned?
So we have abstained here also. We have not taken any stand, but we do support democracy, sir, in all the countries, sir.
So why do you think we have not taken any stand on that? Not denounced?
Sir, so Myanmar is a neighborhood country, and we do give a lot of importance, and we need Myanmar's support with respect to balancing China and our security interests also in the northeast region, sir. That is why maybe we have abstinence.
Thank you, Suvangi.
Thank you, sir.
Suvangi,
Yes, sir.
you are agriculture graduate.
Yes, sir.
How many agroclimatic zones Odisha have?
So 10 agroclimatic zones, sir.
10.
Yes, sir.
Which is the best and most productive zone?
Sir, the coastal, northeastern coastal zone, and also, sir, the north zone as such is more productive zone, sir, I believe.
What is the rice productivity there?
Sir, we are 8th largest state in the production of rice, sir. But sir, I am not able to exactly remember the figure, sir, with respect to rice productivity.
Should I repeat my question or you understand what I said?
Rice productivity, yield per hectare of rice.
Yes,
Sir.
yes.
So I am not able to remember that exact number or figure, sir.
Okay. And what are the different crops that are grown in Odisha?
Sir, the major crop is paddy and then wheat.
Paddy, how many crops are taken in a year?
Sorry, sir.
How many crops of paddy are taken in a year?
So one crop, it's grown in Kharif, sir. And then after that, sir, paddy is, the paddy fields are followed up with black gram and other pulses production, which are short duration crops, sir.
Pulses?
Yes, sir. Black
After
gram,
paddy?
mungeen, yes, sir. That's that's a relay cropping system that goes. So that is taken up. And other crops are, sir, Odisha promotes spices production a lot with respect to turmeric and ginger. We are promoting exports of those turmeric and ginger. We have an agri-export zone also, sir. And other crops are, sir, we have jute also. Jute is very widely grown in Odisha, sir.
Okay.
And sugarcane, there is cotton, sir, in small amounts.
Do we have sugar mills there?
Sir, sugarcane is grown, sir. I do not remember exact sugar.
But how
mill.
is sugar cane processed?
Sir, sugarcane is a weight-losing raw material, sir. It needs to reach the sugar factory within 24 hours of harvesting. But that's why, sir, if there is sugarcane production.
Do we have sugar factories? That was my original question.
Sir, that's why, sir, I don't exactly remember, sir. I'm not very much aware, sir.
Okay. Have you heard of fertigation?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Fertigation is the process in which fertilizers and irrigation water is together given, is mixed. The fertilizers are mixed in the irrigation water and they are given to the crops for their better growth, sir. So this helps in better absorption of the fertilizers as it is mixed with irrigation water, and also, sir, more promotes resource use efficiency with respect to both fertilizer and water, sir.
What are major nutrients for plants?
Sir, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, these are the major primary nutrients that the plants require. And so with other than that, sir, there are sulfur and calcium, this zinc also, sir, is taken.
Then what are the micronutrients?
So major nutrients are this, sir, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium and sulfur are called the major nutrients.
Magnesium is also a major nutrient.
No, sir, sorry, sir. Magnesium is not. Calcium, sulfur is a major nutrient, sir. But, sir, micronutrients are boron, iron, zinc, manganese, vanadium. These are, sir, micronutrients that the plants require.
Apart from nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium,
yes,
you
sir,
said they are major nutrients.
Yes, sir, primary nutrients.
What other nutrients are most required? Of course, all the micronutrients are required, but what are the other most required nutrients?
Sir, as far as my knowledge goes, sir, zinc is required, sir, because as we grow a lot of rice in India, so zinc deficiency of zinc causes Khaira disease in rice, sir. So we require zinc. Boron also, sir, is very much important for root growth, sir. Okay. Those things.
In rice, is it compulsory to have transplant, or direct seeding also does the good job?
Sir, direct seeding also does the good job, sir, because direct, with respect to transplanting, more water is required, standing water is required for transplanting paddy. But sir, with respect, when we come to direct seeding of rice, less water is required, but there is a danger of more weeds, sir, in direct seeding, sir.
Okay. The Prime Minister had said that we will double the agriculture income.
Yes, sir.
Has it been done?
No,
Are
sir.
we on the right track?
Sir, I would want to believe that we are on the right track because a lot of schemes.
Why do you want to believe?
So because we have evidence of our government trying to double farmers' income with respect to sir, the various schemes that are being brought about. For example, PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, PM Mandhan Yojana, and then soil health.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
PM Samman Nidhi, is it a right approach for doubling the income of farmers?
Sir, it does provide rupees 6,000 to the farmers in a year, which they can use in for various purposes, not only just for agriculture. It provides them the freedom of choice, sir. So that is one step, sir.
What is the major impediment in not achieving the double income,
sir,
for farmers?
So one is, sir, lack of mechanization. We have very small land holdings, sir. So we are not able to adopt technology on very high level with respect to agriculture. Plus, sir, we are not able to diversify our cropping patterns. We are not able to tap the potential of allied sectors like dairy, poultry, and other sectors. That is why, sir, and we have a lot of small and marginal farmers who are still devoid of easy credit, and there is also, sir, lack of infrastructure with respect to forward linkages, storage. We lack storage facilities. We do not have proper marketing intelligence that will help farmers in taking informed decisions with respect to marketing their crops. So, and also the transport and storage cost is also high for a lot of farmers. That is, these are the reasons, sir, we are not being able to double the farmers' income or not achieve the targets, sir, by 2022.
So if you are selected,
yes, sir,
and become a district magistrate,
yes, sir.
Being an agriculture graduate, what will you do to double the farmers' income in your district?
So first of all, I will do an inquiry or a survey on the ground level about what are the actual problems of the farmers there. Is it the low quality of the soil, or is it the non-adoption of the technology, or it is the marketing reforms? So majorly.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Suvangi,
Yes, sir.
this is the general trend that after 12th examination everybody mostly goes to the IITs or
Yes, sir.
engineering. Why you have chosen agriculture as your subject?
Sir, I wasn't very good in maths and physics, so engineering was an option. Was not an option for me, and with some medical, I wasn't interested in. I had given all the entrance examinations, and one of them was ICR entrance examination for agriculture. And engineering, sir, I got selected in the JEE mains, but sir, I chose agriculture to go, sir.
Good. In agriculture, main thing is we had the green revolution,
Yes, sir.
and now there is a lot of criticism about the green revolution.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your opinion about it?
So green revolution was brought at a time when India was food grain insufficient. So it did definitely help us achieve self-sufficiency in food grains at that time. So, and with green revolution came the excessive use of water and fertilizers. So that right now the excessive use of fertilizers and water is leading to degradation of the soil, decrease in the groundwater potential. With respect to in Punjab and Haryana, sir, the groundwater has reduced to drastic levels, below 2. Tube wells have to be dug till 200 feet to obtain water, sir. So, and also, sir, there is a higher, the monoculture practice that it has promoted, Green Revolution, has reduced crop diversification, which is leading to more pest attack due to monocultural practices, and also, sir, reduction in soil quality, sir. This is also, sir, causing health problems to farmers, leading to soil pollution and water pollution, the excessive fertilizer use, sir. That's
Say after climatic change,
yes, sir.
if the temperature rises to say 1.5 degrees centigrade or 2 degrees
Yes, sir.
centigrade, then the pattern of the crops will be changed.
Yes, sir.
So what type of the crops will be able to survive?
Sir, recently NASA has said with the increase in temperature, so wheat yield by 2050 might increase by 5 to 10%, sir. So we can grow wheat, sir, and also we can more focus can be given towards growing high value crops, sir, like fruits and vegetables, as they have higher export potential also, sir. So those crops can be more focused on, and also, sir, pulses and oil seeds, and also millets. Millets are very hardy crops, sir. They are resilient to climate changes. More millets can be focused on with respect to change in cropping patterns, sir. Yes.
But when the temperature will rise, how the wheat will survive? Because wheat
So wheat is a rabi.
Low temperature and then more amount of the water.
Sir, yes, sir, that is true that wheat requires low temperature, but sir, during harvest, it requires warmer conditions, sir. During growth period, its flowering and reproductive stage, it requires colder conditions, cold weather, sir. So, but it has been told by NASA, sir, as far as my knowledge, sir, limited knowledge, sir.
Odisha has played an important role during the freedom struggle.
Yes, sir, yes.
So who are the main prominent persons from Odisha who played the important role in our freedom struggle?
Sir, first thing, sir, that comes to my mind is the Paika rebellion, sir. Bakshi Jagabandhu, he fought against the British to protect his kingdom, sir. And also, sir, Hare Krishna Mahatab, he was very much active in creating modern Odisha and more unification of Odisha. And Lakshmikant Mahapatra, sir, he wrote a lot of, he was also actively involved in unification of Odisha and fighting the foreigners. And he also wrote Bande Utkala Janani, which was used as a welcome song in Baleswar for meetings and everything, sir. So these are the names I'm able to remember. Sorry, sir.
Cuttack is very famous.
Yes, sir.
And one very prominent person born in Cuttack.
Biju Patnaik.
Subhash Chandra Bose.
Sorry, sir.
And he played a very important role.
Yes, sir.
So you don't consider him as an Odia fellow?
Sir, he was at the time he was born, sir. Odisha and Bengal were one state.
One state.
But
he was born in Cuttack.
Yes, sir. He was born in
there.
Cuttack. Yes, sir. Sir, I thought only Odia is personal.
Odisha should take credit of that thing.
Yes.
Yes,
sir. Yes.
His home is there, it's preserved now.
Yes, yes, I know. I just
Yes.
yes, sir.
Myanmar is very important neighbor.
Yes, sir.
So, what type of the relation do we have with Myanmar? We always talk about China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, but we don't talk about Myanmar.
Sir, under our neighborhood first policy of India, we do give importance to all our neighbors, and Myanmar is a very close neighbor which shares border with India and China also, sir. So with respect to our promoting or protecting our security interest, Myanmar plays a very important role. We have an open border there, sir, with in Myanmar also, sir, where the refugees refugees move from Myanmar to India or India to Myanmar, sir. Operation Sunrise has been taken up with Myanmar to curb insurgency in the northeast, sir. And sir, Myanmar is a very important part of ASEAN. So with ASEAN we have good relations. So, but currently ASEAN also has condemned Myanmar for its military coup, sir. So that is my.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Suvangi,
Yes, sir.
Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
Yes, sir.
You have participated. So, which is the cleanest city in India?
Indore, sir.
Indore. And in your state, any assessment which has been done according to that?
Sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay, no problem. While answering one of the questions, you said that you were weak in mathematics and physics, but the total score at 10 plus 2 level is 96.4, which is quite good.
It was a lot of practice, sir, and that was a lot of practice, and then only I realized I can't do it for a longer time.
Okay, good. Recently, some caste.
She is the future Prime Minister of New Zealand.
Really? So, recently some castes have been identified
Yes, sir.
by in Odisha, and these are to be included in SEBC category. What is SEBC category, by the way?
Socio-economically backward classes.
Economically? No. SEBC.
Educationally backward classes.
Yeah, socially
sir.
and educationally backward classes. So, what is your take on it? How many castes have been added under this particular category, SEBC?
In Odisha, sir?
Yeah. Recently, a decision has been taken to add quite a good number of castes in that SEBC category. Recently.
I'm so sorry, sir. I've not
Anyway,
followed the news, sir.
no
Sorry,
problem.
sir.
So, related with agriculture,
Yes, sir.
Green Revolution.
Yes, sir.
So, which varieties of wheat were used in Green Revolution?
Sir, the gene that was used was Norin 10 for the developed wheat variety.
From which country?
Norin 10, sir, it was developed in America, United States of America, sir.
Dwarf varieties from Mexico. Can you name those varieties? Dwarf varieties from
no.
Mexico.
No, sir, I'm sorry.
Lerma Rosa and Sonora 64. Can you recall now?
Yes, sir, Lerma Rosa and Sonora 64, yes, sir.
Okay. BT cotton.
Yes, sir.
What is the controversy?
With respect to BT cotton, sir?
That's right.
So BT cotton, it was introduced to protect the cotton crops from pink bollworms, sir. But now that has led to increase in whitefly attacks in cotton, sir. And also, sir, it is a GM crop. That could be the controversy, sir.
So, what are the pros and cons of using GM crops? Pros and cons of using GM crops. GM crops as a whole, not only related with GM, this BT cotton.
Sir, GM crops, GM crops are genetically modified crops. So the pros of GM crops are it could be very much useful to adapt to the climate emergency, where we can introduce foreign genes into desirable varieties so that they sustain the droughts, the frequent droughts and other climate emergencies. And also, sir, GM crops are generally seen to have higher yields than the regular domestic or wild varieties. So, productivity of those crops can increase if GM crops are followed, sir, are taken up. And so, cons of GM crops are with respect to people acceptance to GM crops, that could be a problem for rolling out GM crops totally. And sir, the safety, how much it will be safe for human consumption and for environment also is still questionable,
okay,
sir.
Has rice genome deciphered, and who are responsible for deciphering the rice genome?
So yes, the rice genome has been deciphered.
From India, can you name some who were involved? There were so many institutions, so many persons involved in deciphering the deciphering the rice genome. So who from India? From abroad also there were so many persons.
Yes,
I am talking specifically about India, those institutions, those persons who were involved.
So MS Swaminathan, sir.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
institution.
Sir, a Central Rice Research Institute. I'm
What
sorry.
else could be?
From sir, India?
From India.
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So Happy Seeder. What do you know about Happy Seeder?
Happy Seeder is a technology which is used to harvest the stubbles of paddy in Punjab and Haryana areas to so as to prevent the stubble burning cases or reduce the stubble burning cases in Punjab or Haryana. So Happy Seeder is used. It removes the stubbles, it sows the seeds, and also covers the seeds with soil at a time, which is very much which can
So
be
from
used
which
for
university it was discovered? Happy
Punjab.
Seeder? No, Punjab. Which university?
Punjab Agricultural University. Sir.
Ludhiana Agriculture University, Punjab.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Kisan Samman Nidhi, we were
Yes, sir.
talking about.
Yes,
You
sir.
tell me whether at all it can be included in freebies, it should be included under freebies, or it should be included under welfare scheme. Freebies, you know,
Yes, sir.
and welfare scheme, you know. So
Yes,
now you tell me under which category it will come, welfare scheme or under freebies.
Sir, according to me, it can be included under welfare scheme, sir, as it provides money to the farmers, to the majorly to small and marginal farmers, which gives them the freedom of choice to spend the money, so that can increase their expenditure, that can increase their income, sir, with respect to buying other nutritious foods or enrolling their children in schools or undertaking healthcare facilities. Sir.
Okay, India is holding presidency of G20, you
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, sir.
And another organization or another, presidency which India is holding at present?
The Shanghai Cooperation Organization.
SCO. So what we are going to get from this for holding the presidency of
Yes.
SCO? Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, a lot of Central Asian countries are members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Sir, that could be our way. Holding the presidency, we have the opportunity to improve our relations with Central Asian countries with respect to the oil pipelines, TAPI, that we have, and also, sir, better relations with respect to energy security, sir, can be done. And sir, it can be also, it has a permanent secretariat called RATS, Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure, sir. So that platform India can use for voice its concerns against terrorism, sir. And also, sir, there are the country.
Okay, I will ask you one more question. And now you tell me, it could be from international relations or it could be related with women, issues related with women. So which one?
Okay, sir.
International relations or issue related with women? I think women related issue.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, fine, sir.
Because
yes,
we have not asked any question
Yes, sir.
related
Yes,
with
sir.
that. Okay. When do we observe World Women's Day?
March 8th, sir.
March 8th. Okay. Now, can you tell me some of the legislations which have been made by the Parliament are related with women empowerment?
Sir, one is Sexual Harassment Act, sir.
Okay,
Prevention.
in order of priority, yeah, right, just name them, not in detail. Okay, go ahead.
Sexual Harassment Act. We also have Domestic Violence Act. We have, sir, just the acts. The
Yeah, just
statutory
name the act. Okay, legislation.
legislations,
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
sir. So,
Made by the Parliament. Okay, go ahead.
Domestic Violence.
It may not necessarily be during past 3-4 years. Prior to that also, you can include.
Sir, the schemes are not the schemes.
Not the scheme, legislations, yeah.
Dom-
Because time is limited, that's why. Otherwise, that could have been there.
So, POXO Act.
Right, okay.
So we also have a Criminal Law Amendment Act, or Criminal Law Act, under which rape, death penalty is given to rapists under 12 years of age.
Triple Talaq, could it be?
Triple Talaq Act,
So
yes.
Triple
sir.
Talaq, what is the name of the act? Actually it deals with Triple Talaq. The act's name is not Triple Talaq.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the name?
Prevention of
The Muslim
Muslim
women.
women,
Right.
Muslim women rights to right
The
to marriage.
Muslim
Act.
Women Right to Protection on Marriage Act.
Yes, sorry,
Is it
sir.
like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Suvangi, you wait outside.
Okay, sir.
We'll call you in a minute.
Thank you, sir. May I come in, sir?
Come, Suvangi. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Suvangi, how do you think your mock interview went?
Average.
Average?
Yes.
Why you say average?
I could not answer a lot of sir's questions.
No, answering questions is not important at all, I can tell you. Because, your knowledge has been already tested in the written exams.
Yes.
So, anyway, you have done well as per
Thank
our
you, sir.
assessment.
Thank you, sir.
And we have given you 68% overall, which is very good actually for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you,
I'm
sir.
sure you can, improve.
Yes, sir. Yes, I need to.
So, few areas
Yes, sir.
for your development. One, I think you need to focus on Odisha state.
Yes, sir.
There are so many things to learn. Starting from our, for example, the temples we have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The culture, for example,
Yes,
cultural
sir.
heritage. In fact, the history also is very important.
Yes, sir.
Especially the connection with Southeast Asia.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
whether you've read that or
Yes,
not.
sir.
Very interesting.
Yes, sir.
How we had links. Tell me. Yeah?
So, what areas of Odisha, sir? Because my optional is agriculture. My graduation is from agriculture. So, shall I focus mostly on agriculture aspects of Odisha, or also a lot equally on all the aspects like culture and everything?
I think all aspects, but focus should be on agriculture because that is your
Okay.
area, isn't it? But you need to know. I mean, it's not that somebody will ask you about
I can-
Jagannath
very,
temple.
very important.
Important, yes,
Like
sir.
for example, this is very important for a layman.
Yes, sir.
What is the productivity of any crop? Major
Yes, sir,
crops.
actually,
I mean,
yes,
that
sir.
is a
Very
very
well. Yes, sir.
very important question.
So all areas are important. But history is Odisha
Yes,
has
sir.
a very rich history.
Very rich history, yes, sir.
And why I am talking of Southeast Asia because Bali, for example,
Bali, Bali.
and an expedition was taken there, as you know, some years ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all that is there, and I don't know whether you know this or not.
No, Bali
There is-
Yatra.
No. I'm not talking about Bali Yatra. I'm talking about a very interesting thing. On the outskirts of Bangkok, Thailand.
Yes,
Bangkok
sir.
is the
Yes.
capital of Thailand.
Yes, sir.
I was posted there, I'm telling you. There is a place known as Kalingi.
Calling ghee.
Yeah, I is
Okay.
added. Kalinga, our
Yes, sir.
earlier name was Kalinga, but the name is called Kalingi.
Yes, sir.
And there is a place in Vietnam.
Yes, sir.
I have been to that place where the people don't look like Vietnamese. It's very interesting because they say these are, they use the local language. They say they came from, India. And particularly Odisha, the link was, at that time,
Okay, sir.
the Gopalpur link was there and other things, they used to come by sea. And there is a sea point also there. And it's a very small area, few kilometers. People don't look like Vietnamese. Interesting for you too. Anyway,
Sir,
books have
yes,
been written on that also.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, we come to other points.
Yes, sir.
Your subject is agriculture.
Yes, sir.
So brush up the
Yes, sir.
subject. Then your areas of interest are mandala art.
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
ask you what is mandala
Yes.
art. Then I think you do freestyle dancing.
Yes, sir.
What kind of dances you do?
So freestyle dancing is the kind of dance where it has no rules and regulations. It's not a
Okay, okay.
particular form of dancing. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then do you read an economic newspaper?
Yeah, I read Economic Times, sir.
Okay, that's good. So, and your interview is on when?
March 10.
March 10. So
Yes.
you have time.
Yes, sir.
So by that time, probably the economic survey and the
Yes,
budget
sir.
will be
Yes,
out.
sir.
So focus
That
on
have
both.
to, yes, sir.
Very important for you. And one thing, small thing I observed, say you are answering my question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you are looking at me all the time.
Yes, sir.
So what do you try to do? I mean, you cannot do is okay. When you are answering my question, try to look at other board members, during the course of the
Sir,
interview.
it is happening that while talking to you, suddenly it's striking me, okay, I have to look at others, and then my focus on the answer is diluting.
Sometimes it happens, yeah.
So suddenly I'm just looking.
But why I'm
If possible.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying this?
Yes,
because during the course of your actual interview, which
Yes,
will
sir.
take place at
Yes,
the
sir.
UPSC, there are other members.
Yes, sir.
Say you look at one person, the others would feel that,
They're not talking to.
Your answer is to the board.
so
not to
you are
the
answering the
Okay,
board
sir.
actually. Because
लेकिन वो जो आपने कहा वो कहीं ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि ध्यान उधर चला जाए, ऐसा नहीं।
हाँ, वो सर वो ऐसा लग रहा है कि सडनली उसको ध्यान.
प्रायोरिटी आपको उसी को ही देनी है।
जी सर.
And a few things were asked about, the freedom struggle and all. Try to study.
Yes, sir, I will.
Subhash Chandra Bose, he was born and brought up in Cuttack
Cuttack,
only.
yes, sir, I know.
And studied in a school there, and all that is there.
It generally does not come.
And
sir,
in
yes,
fact,
sir.
some question, sometimes a question is asked, Rasgulla.
Yes, sir.
It originated from where?
Yeah.
Odisha or Bengal? The Bengalis also claim.
Yes.
But now
GI tag has been given.
now it has
to
been
both,
given.
yes.
GI tag
But
हो गया,
it has been given out to Odisha.
हाँ.
But earlier, the Bengalis used to say
Say
that
that it's from-
Rasgulla.
Yes.
So like that, I
Yes,
think
sir.
you will do well.
Yes.
And international affairs, I suggest that you make a small list of important topics.
Okay, sir.
Like Russia-Ukraine war,
Yes, sir.
make a point like that. G20, we asked
Yes,
you,
sir, yes, sir.
I think some questions of G20, but prepare well on
Yes, sir.
G20.
Okay, sir.
And what is happening around the world? You can see one day something is happening in Peru, something is
Okay.
happening in New Zealand, for example,
Okay.
Prime Minister resigned,
Resigned.
things like that. Brazil also, there is some
Yes,
development now. In the Middle East also, Israel,
Yes, sir, Israel.
So keep track of at least 5-6 important topics and write on them.
Okay, sir.
And for example, European Union now,
Yes, sir.
it's in focus now.
Because
Because,
energy and
No.
FTA talks.
Yeah, talks are there, and also UK is facing a little crisis
Okay,
now.
yes, energy, yes. sir,
After they
crisis.
left, So, all that is there, and I suggest if you can read The Economist online, because you have some time.
Yes, sir. It's very big, sir. I'm trying
No,
to
don't read the book. Economist online, what you do is,
Oh, Economist online.
online you can get some articles,
Okay, sir. Okay.
You
sir.
try that, you
Okay,
can
sir.
see, the last one I was reading myself, good articles are there.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You can go through them and make notes when you are reading.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So all the very best.
Thank you, sir.
And if
One
you
or
have any
two points,
questions,
sir, with your
Yes,
permission. Since your interview is on 10th of March,
Yes, sir.
so female-related issues will be
Yes, sir.
very important because we observe World Women's Day on 8th of March only.
That's
Very important.
Yes.
Legislations
Yes.
about which we were talking. Second thing, various schemes
Okay, sir.
related with women empowerment.
Yes, sir.
And now women-led development, our Honorable Prime Minister says.
Yes,
so
sir,
how
yes,
we
sir.
can say that now we are moving, we are heading towards the women-led development. Very important thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So rest is okay. और इस बार थोड़ा सा इसमें मेहनत करिए और this year only first
Yes,
choice.
sir.
हाँ?
Yes, sir.
No next chance.
No next.
और
chance.
आपको ऑनेस्टी जो आपकी है ना वो वहाँ पे भी रिफ्लेक्ट
Yes.
होनी चाहिए। वो जो आप क्वेश्चन पूछा ऑनरेबल मेंबर ने जो था रिलेटेड कि क्यों नहीं आप इस साइड में रहे में और आपने वो ठीक कहा वो आंसर बिल्कुल ठीक। बाद में जो क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग था क्रॉस क्वेश्चन था वो भी आपने बिल्कुल सही आंसर
Thank
दिया।
you, sir.
इससे ऑनेस्टी रिफ्लेक्ट होती है।
जी सर. जी सर. Thanक you, sir.
वो कंटिन्यू रहनी चाहिए।
all the very best, Subhani.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.
Thank you so much.